The family roles of a dysfunctional family we have the family hero, which oftentimes can be the firstborn or the eldest child. And then we have the lost child, which a lot of times is associated with the middle child, who can sometimes struggle to find his or her identity as the middle child, since they aren't the youngest or the oldest. And then we always have the scapegoat. The scapegoat role is very, very essential for the family. However, they tend to have, addictive behavior, poor behavior, get in trouble in school, and a lot of times the function of the scapegoat in a family is to project all of the family's problems onto the scapegoat. So that is a very essential role. And then we also have the clown or the mascot. So that role typically is taken on by sometimes the baby, who can be the cute family pet. The baby, the youngest, usually gets away with quite a bit, and that can manifest in behaviors at school, such as being the class clown, using a sense of humor to deflect. So those four roles are typical roles seen in the family system, and to be clear, those roles are fluid over time. What we do is we create this dialogue of what it was like growing up as siblings, and some of the patterns that I see, and these are all, identified alcoholics and addicts or those that struggle with codependency. Some of the patterns I see, the eldest children are often expected to be kind of the surrogate parents for the rest of their children, so their own needs are not usually met, or they're taking care of everybody else. So the addictive behavior, the dysfunctional behavior, comes from having to be the family hero and sacrifice maybe their own dreams, their own desires for their younger siblings. So there's usually a lot of hurt and resentment, and also feelings of needing to control because they've taken on this role of the eldest child, of the superhero. And then also, when the second sibling comes into the picture, the attention of the parents now goes from 100% to the eldest child to 50% to them. So there's a resentment, there's a feeling of anger towards usually the younger siblings that usually is subconscious. You'll ask an older sibling, do you love your sisters and brothers? And of course they'll say yes. But underneath that, subconsciously, there is a level of suffering and resentment and pain, not just for the younger siblings, but towards the parents as well. Now, the middle children, often identified as the lost child, when I speak to that group of middle children, when you're a middle child, you're not the youngest, you're not the oldest, so you don't really have a clearly identified kind of role in the family. So a lot of times they create a new family outside of their family, and they can identify with adolescents in middle school or teenagers in high school that help them create their own sense of self. So the addictive behavior usually comes from not feeling a part of the family or knowing your role in the family. So drugs and alcohol can help you get to that and be a part of a group outside of the home. The youngest child in the family, the baby, often identifies with the clown or the mascot. The baby normally gets away with quite a lot, but they usually aren't always. They're not really always the favorite. Usually it's the eldest child that's the favorite. So they're sometimes living in the shadow of the elder children. So for the baby, it can be a challenge of getting attention and being taken seriously. For more information on addiction as a family disease, please go to akuatreatmentprograms.com.